I'm testing out this live stream
June the 2nd.
to see if it works. I've just done a workout and I was sitting on my couch and scrolling through Instagram, and would you believe Khloe Kardashian put a post up which actually instigated me to do this post. So, and she says, people only realize when life is more meaningful when you realize you don't get the same moment twice. And I was like, wow, that's a really quite a strong, powerful message, because it's true. You know, you only get an opportunity once. You only grieve for the same person once. Yeah, so I'm kind of feeling good after my workout, although I'm quite tired, but I'm feeling pretty good after my workout, and, you know, just feeling grateful for the little things. So grateful that my body can move, that I can breathe properly, that, you know, I have the ability to work out, you know, that my body can function, that I've got a job, that, you know, I've got a car, I've got a safe place to live, I've got a roof over my head, my bills are paid, and, you know, I think it's important to be grateful for the little things in life, and have an attitude of gratitude is a really good saying as well. And I guess, yeah, understanding that life does pass you by very quickly, and that moments aren't shared twice. You know, so like the first time you be a mum, the first time you get married, these are all memories that are stored, and these are all, you know, really good. It's good to sit and reflect about the things that have happened that you can't change, and for acknowledging what you've overcome and what you've been through. I think that's huge. You know, sometimes we don't sit in our grief, or we don't sit in our happiness for long enough to enjoy it. So I think being grateful for what you have and focusing on that rather than focusing on what you don't have. I was listening to if you are really like motivational and inspiring videos, I certainly would recommend Abraham Hicks. Fantastic and very fascinating YouTube videos, but in there, you know, if you're continually focusing on, you know, I want more money, or I want a boyfriend, or I want a better job, you know, sometimes putting focus and effort into what you already have and letting go and focusing if you focus too much on what you want, you almost don't put enough focus on what's your reality. Certainly would highly recommend listening to her videos. Abraham Hicks on YouTube, it is absolutely fantastic, very inspiring. So that has, you know, that really motivates me to be better, and motivates me in the moment when I'm feeling a bit shit. And moving my body definitely makes me feel better. I exercised yesterday and I felt quite good afterwards. I was able to go home after work, exercise, have a shower, have something to eat, and then I can sit on the couch and do whatever I like. So, you know, and I have to say that, you know, I was feeling a bit digestively bloated and just a bit gross. So for me, moving was really important, and today I can tell it's made a slight difference. But for me, you know, it's so important to be in tune with your body. I think turning 30 and getting older, I'm really more in tune with my body, and I know that for me, if my digestion isn't good and I've put on a bit of weight and I'm a bit crampy and I'm just uncomfortable, For me, I know that's a sure sign that I'm stressed. I also, crave the crappy foods. I don't tend to eat the good foods, and I don't exercise. And then in turn, that makes my body a bit bloated. It makes me feel gross. The more that I move, the more that I, eat in moderation, the more water I drink, it makes a huge difference. So really encourage people to try and get in tune with their body as much as they can and understand and listen to what your body's saying. Just having a protein drink. So I put protein powder, chocolate, blueberries and strawberries, and some powder, some superfruit powder as well. I'll have some eggs or some protein a bit later as well, but also being on a budget, it definitely makes that harder to eat healthy and stuff. So I think for me, as long as I'm moving, even if you just go for a walk for half an hour a day, I can't say the W word because my 2 dogs are around and they know what the W-A-L-K word means. My dog's staring at me. No, we're not going anywhere. So moving your body, it honestly does create, there's something that happens in the brain. I think it's called, serotonin. Your brain makes serotonin once you exercise and you feel better and you want to move more after. Very rare for me to work out 2 days in a row, let's be honest, guys. So I just want to feel better. I just want to move more. So tomorrow we'll go for a W-A-L-K because I'm getting stared at. What is it? We're not going anywhere now, mate. It's too late. I know, I'm such a mean mummy. Yeah. So understanding that things, only come around once. To be honest, today there was a girl at work who was on mat leave for about 6 months, as she's only just come back. And she was asking me about my ex and how that all happened and if I'd get married again and everything else. And I felt pretty comfortable talking to her. I didn't get emotional. I didn't really feel a lot of emotion talking to her about it. She just kind of looked at me and went, oh my God, how did you get through that? How are you so optimistic at this point? Just you know what, I've just learnt to get on with it and do it. I'm not on any dating websites at the moment, so last night sitting on the couch I was like, fuck, what do I do? It's just nice to get on there and chat to people, but unfortunately the people that were on there weren't normal people. It's amazing how much I miss one-on-one guy time. Not necessarily like romantic time, but like just chatting with a bloke, because blokes think different, and blokes are different, and I certainly enjoy having a beer and a chin wag with a bloke. So, my best friend lives quite a while away. He's married with 2 kids, and I've been friends with him 15 plus years, since I was like 16. Been friends with him a long time, and I really miss having him around the corner and just saying, hey, can we go for a beer? Can we go for a chat? I really need some guy time. And I swear to God, I really do need some guy time. Oh, just for a chat. It's got nothing, there's nothing sexual about it. I just want a guy chat. My dogs are only so entertaining and they don't talk back. So yeah, and girls, chatting to my friends, my girlfriends, is great, but I just want boy chat sometimes. Yeah, I'm grateful for having been married. I'm grateful for that first time experience, because I did have a beautiful wedding. We certainly planned it the way that we wanted, and the day was flawless. I really can't fault. I mean, I was very anxious in the lead up to that day. I felt very sick. I was like, nah, I'm going to just not eat very much. I'm going to just be really strict. I got very sick. I got very dizzy. I just became very overwhelmed and really just, unsure. Not unsure about getting married, but I just felt really unsure about how the day was going to pan out, and was stressing and worrying about things that I couldn't control. And obviously people travelled from interstate to come to my wedding. I wanted to make sure they arrived safely. You know, a close cousin of mine got really sick and was in hospital, but ended up making it on the day. Like, it was just, wow. It was just crazy. You know, and I'm, in a weird way, I'm grateful for my first husband. I married him because I loved him, and I thought he was right, and I did what felt right at the time. You know, he was, from what I remember in the early stages, he was a good man. He was very kind. And he loved me. So, of course, there was no doubt in my mind that I would marry someone that loved me and wanted to spend the rest of their life with me. Unfortunately, things didn't pan out, and there's nothing I can do about it. What I can control and what I can do is control my current situation, make better judgments, not settle. And I'm very grateful that I didn't have children with him. So putting things into perspective is really important. And it's easy for me to do that at the moment because I'm in a good state of mind and I'm happy, and you know, I'm a little bit lonely, I'm not going to lie, but you know, I'm happy for the way things are. You know, things could be a lot worse, and they're not. My reality is that I'm pretty happy, I'm pretty content with my life because I have complete and total control of it. I don't have a man in my life at the moment, but I know that God hasn't forgotten about me, and he knows where I live, and he's with me all the time, and so are my angels, and when the time is right, the time will be right. There's nothing I can do to control that. I think it's important for me to get out more and talk to people more and be in crowded environments more, because the more I recluse and seclude myself at home, it's not good for me to do that. So I'm just trying to make the most of it, do what I can, focus on myself, focus on finding myself. I want to be the best version of me possible. When someone meets me, and I don't want to bank on someone to complete me for me to be happy. I think that's so important, and it's not like you can just change your mindset overnight. It kind of just happens. I unfortunately have been in this position before where I was single for a long period of time, and definitely doubted my self-worth, and I doubted my compatibility with somebody. There's somebody out there for me, God, yes, but it's, you know, I'm very intrigued on how we're going to meet, and you know, I like that knowing that there's going to be a time where we have a first date and our first kiss, and you know, going on a date or doing something fun and experiencing something for the first time together, you know, like something adventurous, or me taking him to my favorite place to go and the things that I love and experiencing things that he loves and meeting his parents for the first time and him meeting my parents and, you know, cooking together and, you know, watching a movie on the couch. That would be so nice. And just genuinely knowing that someone cares about me for me, and wants to get to know me for me is an exciting experience. I certainly don't want to force it. I'm a good person. I got lots to offer, and when the time is right, it will happen. So until then, I just want to focus on me. I want to be the best version of myself possible. I want to be content. You know, at the moment I am content, but it would be nice to have someone in my life to share things with. Anyway, on that note, I hope I've encouraged you to think about a couple of important things. Is realizing that it's not going to be shit forever. If you're in a really bad spot or if you're having a bad day, it's not going to last. So just try and enjoy your own company and try and just take the positives out of whatever situation that might be. Enjoy the moment, because it's not going to be like that forever. You know, life goes up and down, unfortunately, in ebbs and flows, like a roller coaster. It's designed that way. If we didn't experience the shit times, we can't really accept the good times and really cherish the good times and value those good times as well. So, you know, really important to just be grateful in the moment for what you have. Try and live in the moment a little bit. Don't forward think too much, because you can really drive yourself a bit mad trying to think about the future. I certainly, for the period of time, for this growth period, this mourning period, I guess, I've certainly lived day to day by thinking about day to day. I think up until the weekend on what errands and things I need to do. If I've promised someone I'm going to catch up for dinner, or if I need to go somewhere, if I've got an appointment, that's really how much further I think. I don't really tend to think, pardon me, oh my gosh, this protein shake. I don't tend to think like, 6 months down the track or 3 months away, unless there's like a concert or something, in which case that's different. But I try not to get caught up in thinking too much about the future, because it could really drive me mad. And it could really, especially in my case, really get me down. And I'm focusing on things to make me happy, on positive things, positive people in my life, and not dwelling on the shit I can't control, because there's no point. There's no point dwelling on the past, because it's not serving anyone else. It's not harming anybody else but me. So, I hope that you've found some value from today's video. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Remember to be grateful for what you have and those around you. Life is too short. And certainly be kind to yourself. Love yourself more. Good night.